Good evening everyone, and I hope all is well and you're making the most out of lockdown. So I've had a few requests. Russell, how can I best practice at home? Particularly if you don't have a net. Obviously it's getting a bit dark in the evening now, so it's quite hard to get out there even if you do. So come up with a couple of things to help you just think about how you keep progressing your game, maintain your game and get ready for when you get back out on the golf course, hopefully next month. So the first thing I'll get you to have a little think about is some mirror work. So get yourself out in front of a mirror and think about what are the key things that you're working towards technically. Okay, so you should have one or two things that you're trying to work or move towards. And what I'd recommend is you get yourself into those positions, whether that's a setup position, a part of your backswing or a stage in your backswing, or maybe even an impact position, and actually just rehearse that in the mirror and get some visual feedback on whether you feel you're actually doing what you're trying to do. Use the feedback from the mirror to get yourself into those alignments and those positions. Really, really useful. So get yourself in front of a mirror. Within that mirror as well, what you can do is a series of reps. So let's say you could do 10 reps a day. If you're doing a backswing position, let's say the top of your swing, you could do 10 reps from setup to the top of the swing and then check in the mirror. 10 reps a day, just really rehearsing those feelings and those sensations that you're trying to do, and you're getting that visual feedback from the mirror as well. When using the mirror, I'd really recommend you do it in slow motion, okay? Really heighten those awareness and senses of what you're actually doing in terms of where you're trying to move towards. So great little exercise, the mirror work. The next thing was actually just do without a club, okay? So just actually do some drill work without a club. And a great recommendation I would do here would be to rehearse new and old ways. So think about the position or the movement or the sequence you're trying to move towards, that's new way, but actually rehearse your old pattern as well. That helps bridge the gap between old and new and helps you learn it much, much quicker. I'm a big believer as well as holding the poses. So without a golf club, you could just swing to the top and just hold that pose. Really feel what your body and how your arms and how the club would be orientated by actually holding that position, or freeze frame and impact position. Really feel the alignments of the body. And there's no excuses that we shouldn't be working on general setup positions. So working on your posture and any body drills that you're actually starting to work on as well. If you're a bit conscious about swinging a club indoors, you can just make the club shorter. So just hold it sort of halfway down the golf club and you can still move the club in any position that you really want to. And then the final one would be do some visualization and some imagery. Don't underestimate the importance of actually doing this. So think about the movements, think about the positions, think about the sequencings you're trying to improve in your action, and actually close your eyes and try and imagine yourself actually doing it. So try and see yourself moving through that motion, and then as a result of that, try and feel the sensations that you'd actually get as a result. Good way to do this is the old and new way while doing this as well. So in terms of the drill to do this, if you could do this every day, is just sit down for a couple of minutes, picture what you're trying to do, try and feel what you're trying to do, and then actually then go and rehearse it, just without a golf club. Just go and see it, feel it, and then rehearse it. So guys, just some good little tips, some home practice. We'll be back out on the golf course before we know it, but that's a good way to maintain and improve your technical development. Speak to you soon and keep well.